Hi, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Boys Lunch Table. And today we're starting off here in Hawkins, Indiana, where we'll be talking about Stranger Things seasons 1 to 3. Just a little bit of a clarification, there will be spoilers. We'll be talking about the plot as well as different characters within the show. And also, we have also watched it together recently, so we're actually kind of caught up on the show. And we'll also, at the end, we'll also be talking about season 4 predictions as well as a tier list for what we've seen so far. Our first speaker is actually Kalich over here. He's going to be talking about Detective Hopper.
Damn right, my man Jim Hopper, the main man. Okay, okay, sick man. He's not my favorite character. Yeah, that's someone else who you're gonna hear soon. But he's my second favorite character, a close second. Okay, wanna know why? Here's why. I Because his two partners in the police department, those two other guys, useless.
Useless, bro.
In cop, they can't do nothing. Okay,
Good for nothing, bro.
uses nothing.
Hey, the secretary gets him an outfit for the date. That's it.
That's it. Okay, secretary, but that's not his partner.
It's cutting edge, okay? Cutting edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, remember in season 1 when he first finds out about Will goes missing? He's like, "Alright, let's go. It's not a big deal, it's whatever, right?" And then the body shows up, and he's like, "This ain't right. I don't believe it." And he starts questioning things. He's like, "Yo, something's up here." And unlike other characters, he'd be like, "Nah, I'm not gonna believe it until I see it in my face." Hopper was like, "I believe this. Okay, there's a problem. I gotta deal with it." He goes to the upside down himself. He almost dies, but he goes himself. Sick man. And in season 2, when him and 11 start living together, I'm sure he was being a little cautious, a little extra, keeping it locked in and everything. And I thought that was kind of, I mean, it made sense, no?
I mean, he was protective because his own daughter had died. So I gotta cut him some slack.
And he's on the run from the government. She's on the run from the government.
That's very true.
There's that little factor.
That's
Little.
true.
I think it's a major factor, Dan.
Well, you know what? Yeah, okay, fair enough.
I do agree though with Kalichi about how Hopper was the only one in the first season that like had that hunch like something ain't right here, and I think without Hopper, because remember he found that it was the fake body. Hey man, Hopper went in all detective like, man, like
Exactly.
gold medal for Hopper, man.
I did feel bad when you found out that his daughter, she had cancer, right?
Yeah, her name was Sarah,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
They implied that they implied that she had cancer.
What happened to his
Yeah.
wife then?
I think after she died, he kind of turned to drinking,
She
and
left
the
him.
wife left him. Yeah.
Because I know
Yeah,
Hopper,
the wife
Hopper
left
moved from the big city to come to Hawkins.
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
that.
But my
Yeah.
implication is that he started drinking in the big city. The wife left him, so then he moved out of the city to get like
then-
away from everything.
He came to
And
like
then
a small
kept drinking in the small city.
town. Hey, man,
Kept drinking and popping pills.
And then to him, he assumed nothing goes down in this small town until a Demogorgon starts rolling up to town. He's like, "Hold up."
Hold on.
Yeah.
Rolls up to town in his Volkswagen.
Actually, it was a Chevy
Wow.
Blazer, Daniel.
In his Chevy Blazer, hot rod red.
And
It
in
wasn't even
season-
red. It was a sheriff's car.
What are you talking about? The Demogorgon is a red car kind of guy, you know?
Damn right. The windows down, music blasting,
Playing, should
Convertible.
I stay or should I go now?
bagging his head up and down.
Who needs the road? I got the grass.
Lightning
But that-
McQueen fast.
In season 3,
Good
I
job.
believe Hopper lost his mind after Mike and 11 started dating. He couldn't handle it. It was too much for him. Okay.
Oh, he became that father figure, man.
Yeah. but-
Hoppa.
But I still want to know, what did he say to Mike in that car ride? That Mike was like, "I can't do this. we gotta stop."
I assume
Simple.
like
All he said was, "If I kill you, I do the investigation." All he said.
Okay, Cleach, let's be honest. Who's gonna find the dead body? The two useless
His partners.
cops?
Actually, it's so funny. I've always thought of those two side cops as, you guys ever watch The Simpsons, and Chief Wiggums. He has his two partners. That
Yes.
trio is exactly them. It's like, I mean, Wiggums doesn't do much, but like I'm just saying, like his partners aren't that useful either. So
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
I feel bad for Hawkins now that Hopper is quote unquote dead and no longer there. The police department is going downhill. No crime is going to be solved.
yeah, man.
It's a lawless zone.
The people are like, I am the law.
I know. I just love that. The one problem I have with Hopper is that every time he goes into battle with the Demogorgons, the Demodogs, whatever it is, Russians, he never brings enough ammo.
No.
Okay, I see this guy with like one mag tops.
Yo,
And I'm
Cliche,
like,
man, it's a police budget. What do you want them to do?
screw that. Do you see the dogs he's fighting?
Take the gun from his useless detectives. That's what he should do.
Exactly. Y'all don't need
Walk
us.
in, give me your guns. Give me your guns. Yeah.
Bruh.
I just
man.
felt bad that in season 3 he tried to not turn his life around, but try to be a good father, to be like the
Yeah.
father he could have been with a daughter he never had. Oh man, and then he had to make
That was
the
deep.
ultimate sacrifice. He knew because Schwarzenegger was too strong. He could have beat him alone.
Oh man, he was
Hopper
he
is
really was all around, like really helped out the entire gang. I mean,
from beginning to end, from episode
Bro,
1.
he's a one-man army. Do you remember from Avatar: The Last Airbender when Iroh
Hey,
breaks
okay,
it
man.
down?
Oh, yeah, it's Hopper.
Yeah,
Hopper is Iroh, except for Stranger Things.
Exactly. Except the one time he got his ass handed to him in the laboratory.
Hopper is a
Well,
man on the
you know.
mission.
He is, dude. Hopper's
Yeah.
crazy, and he's got that awesome mustache. Like I
It's
can't.
season
knock
1
that.
and 2.
Hey,
There's
man.
that thick stuff. Ooh, amazing stash.
I don't know. I think
Beard.
it's
He has
tough
a beard.
competition for Kenny, guys.
Oh.
Hey, man, I think we can't compare the two. I mean,
Hop-
Kenny's just on a different level here. Like, let's
true.
get real.
I'm not saying Hopper got Clark, Mr. Clark he got Mr. Clark money for his money on his mustache competition.
No, that's true. That's facts.
Because Mr. Clark got a mighty one too. But Hopper's like behind him. Hopper's like, I'm with you.
I'm keeping pace.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
think Cedric meant though that Kenny's person that he's gonna talk about is gonna have trouble matching Hopper.
Oh.
But no, Kenny's got a rad stash, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
he does. So that's the main man from beginning to end. Hopper, Jim Hopper. That's all I'm saying. No one can compare to him.
Yeah.
Mustache wise.
Yeah.
Mustache wise, in terms of everything else,
In terms of
hair
skill.
wise, I think Cynic's character has better hair than Hopper.
Yeah, guys. That's why they call him Steve the Hair Harrington, right?
Ooh, Steve the Hair
Ooh.
Harrington.
The
What a
luscious
powerful
hair.
name.
The luscious hair
Steve.
gives him the energy and strength
Like,
to
you can see
fight
what
the
his real power
Demogorgon.
is.
Some say my hair is just as luscious as Steve.
Yeah, not really. Anyways, anyways, Steve is one of the characters at season 1 that you absolutely hate.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
he's known as the guy in the school that he tries to get all the ladies. He's popular, He's friends with a friend, and as well as his girlfriend as well. He actually tries to get along with Nancy and try to become boyfriend and girlfriend. He tries to get some stuff going on, and
Oh, we
basically.
know.
He tries.
Yeah, Monopoly, man.
He succeeds.
Steve gets what he wants, dude.
Yes, it's Steve. With that hair, he gets anything he wants. He hypnotizes people. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
he can definitely get any Pokemon card he wants, right? That's what we're talking about, right?
100%. My shiny Charizard will destroy you. Don't at me.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. So even in the first season, when you see Nancy is actually goes to Steve's house because Steve's parents are out of vacation, and she goes with Barb, and Barb is actually the biggest, the biggest
She's a snitch, dude. She's trying to mess with Nancy's rhythm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so they're in the backyard, chilling, having some underage drinking, which I don't condone. Uh,
The 80s. A lot
And
of things.
Terrible.
swimming at night. Come on,
yeah, I know,
Jeez.
you can catch a cold.
Gonna catch a cold, dude.
Eating food and not waiting 30 minutes before going swimming. Come on.
Oh,
Man.
Oh my god, if I was a parent's a backhand. I mean, so anyways,
I was her parent. I would give her a stern talking to about the
Yeah.
harsh realities of swimming in the dark.
anyway, so basically when Steve and Nancy go to play some Pokemon cards in the bedroom,
Yeah.
Alright.
Barbara's left alone at the pool because she doesn't want to abandon Nancy and leave her at
Also,
Steve's
she
house.
has no partner.
Yes,
True.
that is also true.
Just laying down the facts here, guys. It's all good.
So basically, what happens is that she gets murked.
Yeah, the
And,
Demogorgon becomes her partner.
Well, that's
Yeah.
one way of saying it.
The Demogorgon actually gets to her, and a stalker named Jonathan just creeps on them. But anyways, with Steve, in regards to Steve was known as that type of guy, in season 1, but season 2, and the end of season 1, he's completely flipped.
Let me
He's-
tell you. Sorry to interrupt, Sunny. I was just gonna say, as a first, get wrecked.
No, let me tell you.
Let me tell you about your own topic.
Yeah, let me set you straight here. No, I was just gonna agree with you because I know you guys have watched this way before I did. I've actually recently watched it. I think Kalichi is with me on this. That me and him have just recently started
For
watching.
the first time.
And yeah, and I can definitely agree that when I first saw Steve, I was like, yeah, I don't like this guy very much. But then you guys told me you're gonna like him later on, and you guys were right. He turns out to be a great character.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
may continue, Sinric.
My boy Steve gets his heart broken by Nancy because she's
Oh, they do him
hanging
dirty.
around a little bit too much with Jonathan.
They do him dirty, bro. His brother got taken from him. And it wasn't
Yeah.
his fault.
This is the first time he reacts in a way where he felt heartbroken. Because he used to be known as that guy in school, but now he's completely changed. He's like, I want Nancy.
He used to be the heartbreaker, and he got his heart broken.
He even goes to the middle of the night towards Jonathan's house so he can talk to Nancy, and he actually gets caught out with the
No,
standoff.
he wasn't talking to Nancy. He was going there to like apologize to Jonathan.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right.
Was he?
That's even more of a nice guy. He
More
is,
of a nice guy. There,
Just a
standard
gentleman.
corrected. And basically, there's an epic standout with a group of them, including Steve, the Hare Harrington, and
yeah.
he grabs a spiky bat with nails in it and tries to, defend all the little kids and the boys, and the lunch. Why is the lunch?
No, they weren't there at that time.
Or was it? I mean, who's there?
It was
We
just
are the
Nancy.
And Jonathan.
Nancy.
I like
sorry,
lunch.
it was Nancy and they're defending Nancy and Jonathan from the Demogorgon, and they did a pretty daggone good job.
Bro, Nancy freaking goes in with her gun. Is doing nothing, and then Steve comes in with a bat, and the Demogorgon's like, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
I'm like, what are the differences? I get that one is like a large surface area blunt weapon, but a bullet's got to be more effective.
Bullets don't affect Demogorgons, man. They've been shot multiple times. Like, that's nothing to me.
Yeah.
Without a
Daniel.
bat, what would that bat made out of? Wood.
You're right. What is the most powerful substance in Stranger Things?
Rusty nails did it, Kalichi. That's because they're rusty.
Also, I feel like the bat with the nails would probably be more efficient on him because, I mean, you got a bat that can literally just not only whack you but like tear some skin at the same time. Like you're just shredding that Demogorgon at that point.
I would like to debate this fact and say that if I hit you with a spiked bat, it would hurt. But if I shot you, it wouldn't hurt because
But
you would be
Dino,
gone.
That is
I got the
true.
reasoning. One could
Yeah.
simply say that the Demogorgon is simply built different.
Oh, it is built different. What a different lad that Demogorgon is. Getting hot rod red instead of like jet black. Come on his sports
Wait a
car?
second. If
The
if
one
you were
thing-
to shoot the Demogorgon in the mouth, would that hurt him more than his body? Because it seems that his outer surface isn't totally affected by a bullet. It could still
I
survive like 5 shots.
I would assume
I-
so.
I think you're
I,
getting.
I, I
to
think
a
I think he's more
different
bullet
movie.
resistant. I think he's more bullet resistant than bulletproof. Like the bullets
I
still go in
think,
him.
Yeah,
I think
I
you're
believe
thinking
it's
of
different.
a Quiet Place. Different monster.
Yeah. Oh. Oh yeah.
But another thing too is that season 2 it's completely like, well, season 2 is not that good because of
Kind of the same.
number 8. But anyways, in season 2 you get really like the friendship between Dustin and as
Oof.
well as Steve. So that the golden boys, as one
So
could call
good.
them. They're the best duo in the Stranger Things
Ugh.
series. Don't at me. And
100% agree.
Agree to
Agreed.
that.
Agreed.
Exactly.
yeah, and they even find out, they even crack Russian codes in season 3.
Yeah.
And,
I
Dobropozdravich.
love the scene
I
when
do
it's
think
when-
Steven has the most growth in the series
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah, that's very
Yeah.
between
true.
the seasons.
I love the scene when Dustin and Steve finally meet after he comes back from space camp.
Yes.
With
Yeah.
the whole lightsabers.
dude, if that's not beautiful friendship right there, I don't know what is.
Oh,
Like
man.
that was beautiful.
Yes.
The one thing I feel bad. One other thing I feel bad with Steve is that every season, at one point, he gets his ass handed to him.
He gets whooped.
He tries so hard.
He does. He fights. In season 3, he finally wins one. I mean, he still
Yeah.
gets his ass handed to him eventually, but he finally wins one.
He wins against a
100%.
Russian guard, dude. Like that's
Yeah.
a big win.
Oh,
Hey, he always
I
tries
love
his
that
best.
scene.
That's
He
What
does try.
matters.
I mean, Bob finished him. No, not Bob. What's his name?
Bob's a whole nother
Hopper.
beautiful thing to talk about.
Agreed.
Not the
But
bull.
Daniel, who was dating Bob again?
Who indeed? I think it's Joyce Byers.
Yeah, Jeff Spires.
Wow, Joyce. Wow, what a. I feel smooth like butter when you just said that. So Joyce Byers,
God, Alec, are you dying?
I think. Okay, I'd like to just say for our ranking system, spoiler alert: Joyce Byers did not make the top tier, and I find that to be fair. Not everyone's gonna vibe the same, but I think Joyce maybe drives the plot of the show more than any other character.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, that's a good
Season
point.
1, she's on top of the upside down. She doesn't know what it is, but she knows somehow, she can't explain it. She knows that Will is there somewhere, right? And
Yeah.
everyone else is struggling
She was
to
crazy.
believe it. Yeah, she's acting crazy, but she's dead on. And that's what I love about her. She like, and she knows she looks crazy. And like nobody's believing her. But she just sticks to her gun and she goes crazy. Season 1, she
Yeah.
puts up like a cajillion lights, right? And that's how Will is able to communicate with her.
Mhm.
That is one of my favorite scenes in the entire Stranger Things, like season 1, 2, and 3. I loved watching that be built and being used. Like that was awesome.
Yeah,
It was pretty
was a good
smart
scene.
too, with her letters and the Christmas lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, she's like really good at that sort of thing. Like season 2, I'm just jumping a little bit. It's basically a similar situation with trying to like get through to Will, where she gives him the paper and the crayons, right? And she's like, okay, draw it out. And he's just scribbling on, and then she and Mike, obviously, start to figure out that each of these papers can be fitted together, and it makes like a giant map. And of course,
Yeah.
we got to get Bob the Brain, top tier character.
Yeah.
He's such a good character, and I love him so much. Samwise Gamgee, rip in peace. He figures it out. But Joyce was the heart of it once again.
But one of my favorite scenes in season 2 is when when Mike said that Will is a spy, and Will's like, no, I'm not. And the mom looks at him and he's like, yeah, I've got to put him to sleep. I don't trust him.
Yeah.
She loves him,
knew.
but like she's intense. She's like, let's do this. Knock him out, boys.
Yeah. Knock my own son out.
And then even later, when they're like putting the heaters onto Will to get the the mind flayer out of him. Everyone's freaking out, like, you're killing him. She's like, nah. He's gonna last a little bit longer. And she like cranks the heat.
Bro,
Oh,
it's
she's-
kinda- it's
She
kinda
cranks the
like
heat,
a-
grabs like a hot poker and like brandishes her son.
Yeah, she.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. Is that Nancy that stabs him?
I thought that was
Joyce?
Joyce. I thought it was
Either
Joyce.
way, Joyce is crazy, dude.
Yeah,
Crazy in a
but-
good way.
The
Yeah,
whole
wasn't it
thing-
Joyce? Because wasn't Nancy consoling Jonathan, who was crying in the
yeah.
corner?
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. We'll
God.
come back to that later. And
Yeah, Jonathan was a whiny baby, but Joyce was not.
No.
Joyce didn't whine about nothing. She wanted answers,
Yeah.
and she got them.
She did exactly.
That
And season 3. Okay, I got to admit, I was hoping maybe she would do a bit of fighting in season 3, like fist fighting, because Hopper was
come
going
on now.
crazy.
But yeah, Hopper's a machine, bro. One man army. You don't need-
Yeah, but you need bronze and brains, Daniel. You need bronze and
bro,
brains.
if you have a man like Hopper, you don't gotta fight.
Scene where she tries to throw the pistol to Hopper while he's
Oh,
fighting the Russian assassin guy.
oh my
And
God.
she overthrows it. Yeah,
Really
that's
funny scene.
maybe one of the reasons she didn't make top tier, but she tried. Yeah, and then I think it can't be understated that someone who is able to grab the attention of someone like Hopper, come on, that's gotta mean something. Hopper's he's an animal, dude, and he has some primal attraction to Joyce.
Yeah.
That lover's instinct, man.
so it was indeed Nancy who did do it.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought. She
She was-
grabbed the hot.
Only
poker.
reason being is because Joyce was getting choked out by Will.
Oh yeah,
Was it?
Will reaches up and starts choking her, and she still takes it like a champ.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. I like her a lot. She's like really, really intense half the time, even if she's not able to like bust Russian heads like Hopper is.
Yeah.
She's driving the plot in such a way that's like way more than any other character, except maybe Hopper.
Literally, in all of
Yeah.
season 1, I kept coming back solely because I was like, damn, I really feel bad for her. Like, if you put yourself in her shoes, her son just went missing with no evidence. It doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense. And now you're seeing things. I'm like, bro, it was super interesting.
It was, yeah. And even when they found Will's body, she was
She
like,
didn't believe it.
She was like, nah.
Yeah.
I know I'm right. And I'm like, yes, you are. Thank you, Joyce. You stick to your guns. Ah, gosh.
Agreed.
She's so good. She's so good. And I can't sing her praises enough. Someone whose praises I don't sing as much, but I will admit is a very prominent character in the show. I wouldn't doubt if you liked him, is Mike.
Paul. Hey, man. Let me tell you all about Mike. Okay?
Please don't. Actually, you should do it to fill 10 minutes.
Agreed.
Or
'cause
more if you have more content.
we aren't scrambling for time. All right. But I did want to talk about Mike because I found that he was also another character that moved the story along. Maybe not as much as Joyce, but as far as the storyline between him and our very important character 11. All right.
Yeah, right. We barely mentioned her, even though she's like the main crux of the show.
Yeah. So I think it's a good time about any to introduce, both of them. I won't talk a lot about 11. Mainly, I'm going to talk about Mike. But anyways, I think honestly, without Mike, I feel like 11 wouldn't have been comforted as much as she was if Mike wasn't there. Like, I feel like she wouldn't have stayed and helped the group. Like, here's my theory. Let's say Mike was not there. All right, let's just take Mike out of the story. 11 meets up with the group. I mean, Dustin is just as nice, but I feel like Mike had this, just this personal connection and this kind of I don't know, social skill with her that, kind of brought her into the group, and I mean, gaining her trust and friendship with the rest of the gang. That said, uh, now that Mike got her in, they wouldn't have been able to defeat most of the Demogorgons, especially that one in the end of season 1 in the school, where she
Yeah.
like just totally annihilated them. I'm just trying to make a point that if without Mike gaining her trust and coming in, that all of they could have probably got killed or something like that, right? So I feel like that's. I mean, also I like Mike because he's a pretty he's an honest guy. He's a good kid. And okay, here's the big question of the here. I have a question to ask you guys because I've been thinking about it. Out of all of them, so Lucas, Mike, Dustin, Will, who do you think is the leader? I put Mike as the leader of the group.
Isn't it a democracy?
It
They
is.
say
It
it's
is.
a democracy in the group, but
is.
obviously, I think
Obviously,
it's
Mike.
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
that's why, because I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, okay, I know I'm totally jumping like an entire different movie and like series here. When you look at the Losers Club from It, you've got is it who is
Billy?
the Billy?
Bill.
Yeah, he's Bill is definitely the lead in that Losers Club, right? And I kind of like look at the two. I'm like, hey, they're both a group of kids. And then I started thinking, this group, they kind of are. They all have a sense of like importance and teamwork in it, but no one ever really said, yeah, guys, I'll be the leader for this. I always found Mike to be the kind of the like everyone kind of follows him, not directly because they just do their own things, but I feel like Mike is kind of like the I don't know, other choice of words, just kind of facilitator of the group, I guess. I don't know.
And both Stranger Things and It have Finn Wolfhard, who is Mike.
Yes.
That is
Yeah.
true. You know what? That is true. Poor kid is being bombarded with paranormal and monsters, man.
I
But-
gotta say just briefly that I'm glad you're fighting for Mike, but his behavior in season 3 against the main man Hopper
Oh yes.
Yeah.
it breaks my
dude,
heart.
Dude, 100%. I have to agree. As much as I love Mike, and I do find him, no question about it, a good character. Season 3 is showing some disrespect for the big Hop, man, and I didn't rub me too well. But you know what? I
Papa
do.
Hoppa, no.
Right. The thing is, though, season 3 and 11, Mike and Hopper's relationship is all very tricky. Like, cause see, you've got Hopper telling Mike that just don't go near my quote unquote daughter and stuff like that. You got Mike who can't tell her because Hopper told him not to, and then 11 siding with Max as to believe like all this like quote unquote lies. So it's like nobody knows. Like I mean I agree that Mike shouldn't have been like all up in Hopper's face, but I agree because he's upset that he kind of lost his girlfriend, and it's basically because of Hop that I can't tell 11 this, and then 11's not understanding all of this because whatever, so but I agree. I feel like Hopper should have put out his baton, and went all.
If I was Hopper, I'd have those crazy ass too.
Yeah, but he does
Crazy
have
what?
Crazy eyes.
Oh, okay.
What'd you think I said?
Some
something that resembles
non-PG word.
burro.
Buddha.
Buddha.
Donkey from Shrek.
Oh. But yeah, honestly, I just it's pretty much. I feel he also did a good amount of detective work within the group, and also not only comforting 11, also comforting Will a lot. I think out of the 4, I
Yeah.
think he really helped Will with all of his that
PTSD.
yeah, PTSD
I
and all of season 2 with the whole how he had that connection with the upside down and stuff. He was like the only one like understanding him and making sense of what he was saying.
yeah.
I kind of
Like-
like how when Noah and Mike and Lucas got a whole argument about 11, and they both got mad and went separate ways. You know,
Yeah.
they both brought some pretty valid points. And Lucas like, bro, stop being an idiot and looking one way just because you like some girl. Think about this. And
Yeah,
Mike is like,
yeah.
bro, come on, allow me. But at least at the end,
Allow me.
Allow
at
me,
least-
fam.
at least at the end, they're like, let's shake on it. We good, right? Let's do this.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I like, you know what, like no matter, that they had that big fight.
I like how when the boy goes missing, the three of them are like, yo, our boy's missing. Let's go find him.
Agreed.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
in that whole situation, the only sensible one was actually Dustin. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah. Oh man, let me tell you.
Amongst the fighting, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dustin
yeah.
actually was. Dude, he thought of everything, man. Like that was.
I'd say Dustin kept it level headed the whole time.
Yeah.
Dustin is level-headed.
Also, he's super smart. Like can I just say he's almost just as smart as our boy Bob and Scott, the teacher.
Bob the Brain?
Agreed.
I love him.
Yeah, I think Kenny, would you like to weigh in with someone? Yeah, you know what I'm
I'd
saying?
love to weigh in about Dustin.
Oh yeah, man. I would. You see how I roughly transitioned into that? Like you
So
like that?
smooth.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah.
So
But the main thing is
smooth.
nobody in Hawkins would know if anything was going on if it wasn't for Dustin. He was the one that found out about the compass,
Oh
Season
yeah,
one?
man.
Yeah.
about the portal. He was the one that found Newt the demon dog. Can't say that.
It's Doug Demodog.
Yeah, Demodog. There you go.
No, dimmadome, dog.
Yeah.
Ow.
And he was able to find secret Russian transmissions that even the government couldn't find with the thing he built in his
The
garage.
Very true.
He was able to break it in a week.
He had help with Robin and our boy
Steve?
Steve.
Guys,
The Harrington.
they wouldn't even know that there's Russians under them without Dustin.
That's very, very true.
Agreed.
Nobody would know anything was going on if it wasn't for Dustin. He found out everything.
Yeah, and
That's
he really did come in clutch at the last end of season 3 with finally what was his girlfriend oh boy.
What was
Susie.
that?
Wasn't his girlfriend.
Susie. It was
Susie,
yeah.
that's it. Yeah, with the
Eric-
whole radio.
But the never-ending story.
You know what's funny about that? I've seen
like that
online. You know what's funny though? A lot of people online I was reading apparently say that it's because of that scene, that song and singing between Dustin and Susie. Sorry, that screwed up Hopper and Joyce.
What do you
Like
mean?
if they like people like I don't necessarily agree with what people have been saying, but people say that because of the whole song, it delayed Joyce and Hopper, and Hopper wouldn't have been where he was if they would have just gotten the code.
That's thinking too much into it.
I
I
mean,
think it was.
it's,
Yeah.
I think it was just there
it's-
for the
it's-
comedic part of the film.
it's true,
Yeah.
but it wasn't Dustin's doing. It was Susie, right?
Yeah,
She-
yes, yeah, that, yeah, it was, yeah, sorry.
Plus, she had no way of knowing the situation, so I don't say it's anyone's fault.
Yeah, true. That's why I
Plus,
don't
if you look
like.
into it, everything could be delayed. If the traffic wasn't, if they made that red light kind of thing.
Traffic.
That is true.
All I'm saying that Dustin is the one who found a baby Demogorgon in his trash can, and then
Yeah,
instead of doing smart thing and killing it, it instead
He
killed
didn't
his
know
cat.
that's what it was. He just thought it was a stray animal.
Hey,
It-
hey,
No,
hey,
it's
hey,
not
his
even
cats.
don't diss that because Dart did let them leave at the very end.
Yeah.
Died
That's
if he hadn't
huge.
done that.
That's
Once it did eat his cat, he got the proper help.
Yeah.
From Steve.
Some
How
Yeah.
better help can you get?
Steven
Help
is
me,
back.
Steve.
Mighty bat.
Some healthy
Hey.
nutrition. That's what it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this introduces us to our one of our second last topic actually. We're gonna be talking about the tier list that you guys can see on the screen right now. So we're talking about our tier list. On the screen above, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see the list for the tier list. On Spotify, you won't be able to see it, but if you check with our YouTube channel, you will be able to see it as well. We're gonna be talking about the season 1, 2, 3 tier list. So there's 5 different categories. We have the best of the best, fantastic, good, bad, and things that aren't even worth mentioning. So you can skip the episode. We'll start with the first one, and for this skip the episode category, which is the worst of the worst, we have Barbara, which is there for like 3 episodes and gets murked, and also number
That's
eight.
all.
Number
Oh.
8, the unnecessary information that we didn't really need, even though Al's partner was alive.
I do
Yeah.
think it's cool though that there's others out there. I wish they will expand on that next season.
I do
Yeah.
as well, but I wish they were cooler than number 8.
Well,
Okay.
it can stay in in away. You can. There's other people they could do.
Okay, her power is, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty sick. But
Agree.
she has no bearing on the plot. She kind of gets 11 a little bit more used to her powers, but she doesn't do anything other than that.
I know
Yeah.
Elle travels to Chicago for no reason.
Literally for no reason, just to use up an episode in the season.
Man,
I know, right?
it could be more useful seeing Dustin and Steve having a good time rather than
Yeah.
number 8.
Hey, man. Yeah.
Anyways, we have the next category. Which Kenny, do you want to introduce it?
Yeah, we have the bad category, which we have Karen, or as known as the hot mom.
Yeah, man.
Mike's mom.
Yeah, Mike's
Yeah.
mom, willing to cheat on her husband with somebody half her age.
Yeah, that
man.
Yeah.
that is her big demerit. I didn't mind her besides that. The fact that she was blatantly willing to just like throw her wedding ring off
Like,
and go
once-
with Billy, like come
Like
on.
once she does that, you
Agreed.
can't look at her the same during their series.
Although I agree with you guys. Although she didn't end up doing it because at the end she has that nice look at her husband and the daughter, and she's like, "What am I doing?"
Okay,
Like,
sure, but what if he
honest
didn't see the
mistake.
husband?
She
What if
was
he didn't?
99% the way there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She was
She's
that's
gotta walk
facts.
out the door.
Although she didn't walk out the door. I'm just saying.
Okay,
She was
hence
very damn close.
She is not in the skip the episode category. She's
Yeah, that's- yeah.
if she had not done that in season 3, I'd put her in the good category.
Yeah, I'll put her in good as well.
Yeah.
Because okay, mind you, these are not to do with the actor's ability or anything like that. It's simply
this is the,
how much we
character.
enjoy the character as it's presented
Yeah.
to us as of season 3.
Yes.
Hmm.
And how helpful the character has been as well during the
Yeah.
plot.
So that's nothing to do with the portrayal or anything like that. It's just our preference of character and how useful we think they are.
Exactly, yeah.
Agreed.
That's exactly what it is.
And this next character isn't very useful at all. We have Max.
Max, I didn't mind Max in season 2, but in season 3, I hated Max.
She did nothing really both seasons.
just instigated things. She just made 11 hate Mike for no reason.
Yeah, I didn't like that. But I mean, in season 2, she wasn't that bad. Like, I mean,
What did she do
okay.
though?
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
you didn't
I-
hate
I-
her,
get-
but did
she
you like
gets-
her?
She gets disrespected the whole
Beat it
time.
like in some arcade game.
I
Beats the
I
kids in
didn't
some
mind her.
arcade game and drives the car once.
I mean, it's more that
I
she
mean-
tries to fit in.
Yeah,
She
oh,
is
here,
a new
let-
kid.
Let me just say, I agree that she's in the bad category. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just simply stating that like I didn't mind her as a character. She was okay for me. I mean,
I
Yeah.
didn't mind her at first, but season 3 was just a whole nother thing.
yeah, I didn't agree with that. She was filling Eleven's head with all of that. That I didn't like.
Yeah, Mike made like one mistake after his life had been threatened by Hopper. Like
Exactly.
and then
I-
she makes 11 cut all ties with him and then spy on him and stuff. Come on.
Yeah, that was
After his
was
life's
not
been
good.
threatened by the cops.
Yeah.
Who will give his own investigation if he fails to follow his rule?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So, Alec, you
Yeah.
want to talk about the next one?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so I'm gonna go on to the good category, which is kind of like in the middle ground. So we have Will in there, and Yeah, I
Feel free to debate.
listen. Okay, I'm gonna say just gosh. Okay, so all our viewers, you have to know something. Apparently I'm the only one that thinks.
Will is useless.
Amen. Amen. Listen. I'm not disagreeing. Actually, I am. I'm disagreeing. Like I'm just holding my ground, man. Okay, you guys make great points and stuff, but I feel it's. I was thinking today, it wasn't Will's fault about not giving the group information. Here's my argument. You ever been so afraid that you can't speak? You probably haven't, but like there's that thing where people become so afraid, filled with fear, that they're just stunned, right? Now, I know that was different from what Will had, but what do we really know how it affects you on the inside, you know?
Here's the problem. We don't know anything about Will. That's my argument. Season 1,
Yeah.
he's not there. Season 2, it's the Mind Flayer, not Will. Season 3, he has like one thing that he does, which is touch his neck and be like, the Mind Flayer's here, when it's literally on the roof already.
Daniel,
He
don't
doesn't
forget
do
the
anything.
Daniel, you missed one thing. The scene where they play D&D, he gets upset and goes to Byers Manor.
True, and then breaks Castle Byers. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, his character isn't fleshed out, even though he's there the whole time.
Agree. Well, here's the thing. Season 3, I agree with season 3. Like, I feel like season 2, I feel like he was the only reason he couldn't be helpful is because he was just sick, you know? Like he like then again, I mean, would they really have figured everything out with like that whole tunnel system without Will? Like even like that was, I think, one of Will's proudest moments of making that entire tunnel. Like how would they have figured that out without Will drawing
No,
the entire underground?
wait, he drew it. They didn't figure it out. Bob
Well, I
figured it
know.
out.
Yeah, Bob
Bob
did.
the brain,
But
dude.
here's the
He
thing.
did.
Here's the thing. If Will was more like Will was job in season 2 given to him by his mom was to be transparent and to tell her what's happening if he gets an episode. There's been times we got an episode he didn't even tell them. They
Yeah.
had to figure it out.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe he just didn't understand what it was about. Why is he gonna go present something that he doesn't understand? It'll be just useless.
So you're telling me during Halloween when he saw the mindful in the sky and almost reached out to him, that was not an episode.
But,
but
the
he
next
didn't.
episode, he draws a picture of it, and mom like, "What is this?" He's like, "Oh."
Wait, what?
In the next episode, he draws a picture of the mind flayer, and mom like, "What is it?" And he's like, "Oh, it's nothing. It's something I made up."
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I
They
mean,
lied
here,
about
wait,
it in season 2.
hear me out. I mean, Joyce at that point kind of knew something was wrong. So whether he did not tell her, like she still knew that this isn't normal. You know.
I
mean,
do appreciate him in season 1 though, where he looped the Demogorgon.
He was playing Dead by Daylight. He was looping the killer.
Agreed. Honestly, I do. Outside of that, I do feel bad for him though, because I feel like also him and Dustin. I feel like Will got affected more by it. He felt like he was like losing his friends, and that whole scene with the wrecking the cabin. I did feel bad for him at that point because it's like, you know, he feels like alone, and like, you know, it's like I mean Dustin kind of felt the same thing, but he kind of didn't cry about
Yeah,
it like
But why did he
you
go hang
know?
out with Dustin? Dustin was free until like after the episode happened.
Hey, man, I don't know. I'm not Will here. Anyways.
Anyway.
Anyways,
enough Will.
Agreed. Now we're gonna talk about Erica, which is Lucas's sister. She's
I
pretty
think
good.
you missed somebody.
Yeah, I think you missed
Alec?
somebody,
I
Alec.
think you missed somebody.
Don't forget, the
Did I?
viewers can also see it. Alec, don't forget.
Did I? You know what? We'll come back to him after I'm done. We'll go with Erica. She honestly, she was really smart, man. Like actually, well, was able to fit in the vent, and she did have some common sense with her, which was pretty great. Then we got Billy. You know, Billy's no complaints there. He's okay. I mean,
He's just kind of mean.
Yeah.
yeah, he kind of became. I mean, he came like most of season 3, actually all of season 3. He was like under the control of the mind flayer. But man, that end scene, how he stood up, that earned him a spot at least in the good category, you know. And then we got 11, which I loved 11 as a character. Maybe certain parts of the season 1, 2, and 3, she could have been. I didn't particularly like what she was doing at certain parts, but hey, you know what? She's a cool character, and I mean, I think Stranger Things wouldn't be the same without her, right?
She's
Two,
also a
two,
nerd.
two issues with her. One is that she's a plot device most of the time. Anytime there's a big problem, she steps in and solves it with her powers. And that's fine for the most part, but sometimes you wish that they would figure it out like through some kind of clever way. And then the only other problem is she's kind of a brat in season 2. Like I get
Yeah.
she's been kept inside a lot, but like I don't know, Hopper's trying to keep her safe and she's kind of just making trouble for him. But you know,
I
she's got
agree.
sick powers and she ultimately isn't afraid to murk some dudes, and that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, and I just want to add on top. I feel like, the story really kind of began with her. Like her ending up in Hawkins and stuff like that. So, although other characters may have done and solved the bigger issue maybe a little bit more than her, she still lands a good spot in the on the tier list. So I think that brings us up to the fantastic category.
Except for Jonathan.
No.
Alec, don't you
Yeah,
love
so-
Jonathan?
So yeah, we got Jonathan. Anyways, to the fantastic. Oh man.
Yeah,
You just don't like Jonathan because
Hey man, what he did to Steve, unforgivable. Moving on to fantastic category.
Fair enough.
well,
Yeah.
I'll take care of this one. The fantastic category, we got Mike, because like it's Mike. I think he does a good job. Like you can't hit on Mike.
I hate on Mike, but that's irrelevant.
Yeah, it's you, man. We got Mike. We got Murray. Murray was sick. He always spoke the truth. He was tired of all these people beating on the bush with the feeling and everything. Like, let's get to it. With Dustin, with Jonathan and Nancy.
Yeah.
He set them straight.
Yeah.
Bow, bow.
Oh, you did.
Kalichi, who's next in your tier list?
Speaking of which, Nancy.
No.
The gunslinging Nancy.
I like Nancy a lot, actually. I feel like she doesn't get as much time to shine, but I like her a lot. I think she's
Yeah.
I
really
like her a
cool.
lot. The only thing you could say is he gets Jonathan fired.
She definitely
Yeah,
does, and then gets mad at him for being upset. So.
But
Yeah.
I do have to say I do like Nancy though. She did really like she was a bear detective, man. Like that was great.
yeah,
We got
I like Jonathan.
Mr. Clark, the teacher.
The teacher that knows everything. The elementary
Yeah.
school teacher that
he
knows
answers
that knows
all the questions, no matter what time of
Yeah.
day, no matter what date he's with. He always answers the questions.
he knows magnets, he knows electricity, he knows portals.
Yeah.
Agreed.
He knows Dungeons and Dragons.
Got a
Meditation
mighty
water, he's got it
staff.
all ready for him. Whether he's on a date or not, he's there for the kids first.
Yes.
That is true.
Next, we got Robin from where did
Ah.
they work at? Ahoy?
Scoops
Yes,
Ahoy.
Ahoy.
Scoops Ahoy.
Ahoy.
I like her too. She's really, really smart, and I like
She was funny.
her and Dustin, even though they don't talk a lot, I find like they're two presences that work really well with Steve.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, she's really funny. I kind of laughed a lot at her scenes.
Yeah.
Same. Next, we got Alexi, aka Smirnoff.
Yeah, man.
Man, I lost my. His death was kind of sad. Came out of nowhere.
That was a sad death,
assassinated.
man. I missed
I wish
him.
he didn't die.
Yeah.
Man,
All he
didn't
wanted
deserve
was
that.
a strawberry Slurpee.
I want a cherry. He didn't want any strawberry.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, man. I love that scene with Hopper and him going, they're the same flavor.
Next, we got Lucas with his bandana, always ready to
Sick,
fight.
man. Sick.
We're willing to go up against the Demogorgons with just a slingshot.
He
Yeah.
always has a slingshot like he's gonna do something.
He became a master with that slingshot, man.
And
I
last,
also found he was really funny in season 3. I found
I feel like
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
was funny in season 3.
yeah.
The whole conversation about the Coke and the new Coke,
Yeah.
and
He was
finally,
it?
but not
Oh, sorry.
last but not least,
Hey, Kalichis, are people cutting you off?
a little bit. I think so.
I think Alex is gonna get a little bit disciplined after this episode. Some 1980s discipline, how they did back in the day.
So
And
give
last
me
we got,
regular Coke. God, I'm
Alec,
so sorry.
Alec,
I'm
if
so
you
sorry.
interrupt one more time,
I got
you will no
one more
longer be part of this
person.
episode, Alec.
I forgot her name too. Joyce. Last we got Joyce.
Joyce, man, sick. I love her. Yeah.
And
That's it. I
feel like we
explained
said-
why.
Yeah,
we
he
said more
explained
than
it.
one.
Oh man! And last, but not least,
best.
me, the guy Daniel, who is the most important person, is going to explain the most important people, the best of the best category. First of all, we got someone that we touched on briefly, but really I think deserves all of our attention, and that is Bob the Brain.
Can we please have a 2 seconds of silence for Bob?
So Bob the Brain, he was gone too soon, but this
Too
guy,
soon, man.
way too
soon.
soon. This guy, while he was on screen in season 2, every scene he was either given good advice, who's being a great stepfather, which you don't often see in media, and he was solving stuff. He didn't even know what was going on, but he was able to solve the puzzle of all of the tunnels underground.
He was able to solve a problem with a puzzle with like half the pieces.
Exactly. He didn't know what was happening, but he
It took
solved
him it took him no time either.
no time
Hey,
at
man,
all.
I think
You just need to
he's.
see your heart, and that's it. He's like, I know what's going on.
Yeah,
I think.
Sean Astin, if you're watching this, love your work, love Bob the Brain, love Samwise Gamgee. Hit me up. I'll take you to mini putt with me and some of the other celebrities that are definitely going with me.
Bill
Bill
Murray,
Murray.
Dan Aykroyd.
You can reach me at my PO box.
America's second baby boy, Will Ferrell.
Yeah, with
The
a
first-
Will Ferrell.
The first baby boy is still pending. Ice Cube, please reach out to us if you're
Tom
not coming.
Hanks. Yeah. Okay. Next we got Dustin we explained as well. Dustin's sick. Solves all kinds of things, even though he's like a 12-year-old kid.
Yeah, man.
He's a peacekeeper. He's a friend. He's got a big old brain, and he's got an iconic hat.
And he makes friends with anybody, like Dart.
Yeah. And we got our boy Steve. And what can I really say except it is Steve the Hare Harrington. Everybody.
Yes.
Steve the Hare Harrington.
Yeah,
I want a
really
pop figure of him.
Good comment, Alec, which just helped in no way or form.
I like that. I like that. You're welcome.
And then finally, our man, the machine, Papa Hoppa. Look
The
at him.
main man.
Look at his face on this tier list. Look at that beautiful mustache and that
Can we get
receding
his-
hairline.
Can we get a zoom in on that picture?
No, but look at him.
Alec, no, you cannot.
You know, I'm feeling very betrayed.
You know what, Clutchy, do this shall be perfect with a zoom in on Hopper's face right about now.
I don't like you guys.
Hopperman is, like I said, probably the person that drives the plot most. Like even more so than Joyce. And 11 drives the plot, but again, I feel like the writers use her as a plot point rather than a character half the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's that.
Yes. So if you haven't already, we're now going to be talking about the season 4 predictions. And if you guys haven't already heard or seen, Netflix has released a season 4 trailer involving them in what looks to be like Russia.
Russia's slave camp.
Okay, Kenny.
Добро пожаловать обратно познакомиться.
What'd you just say?
I said, "Welcome to Russia. It's nice to meet you."
Alec, you impress me every day.
So what do you guys think for season 4 predictions? What do you think will happen and how we'll start off?
Well, I think first of all they're gonna have to beat or at least confront the Mind Flayer like legit this time. Like go to
in
the
the upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they gotta explain how Hopper survived.
Yeah.
100%.
So I got a real question
gotta
here.
go to
I mean,
Russia.
I still think he got teleported into the upside down and came out in Russia and they captured him.
So
Yeah.
the real question would be: is it more
Oh.
efficient to take the upside down, or would it be more efficient to take a plane to Russia?
Depends on how far the portals are in the upside down.
Mm,
I
If
feel
they're
like
right next to
true.
each other.
I feel like the upside down is like a 1-to-1 of our world, is it not? Like a mirror.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, I guess.
So it'd be faster in the upside down because there's no traffic. Oh
Except monsters
Oh.
trying to kill you, but
Yeah.
nah, the Demogorgon's too busy riding around in his hot red convertible, dude.
Agreed. Also,
Yeah.
is it possible? I was just trying to I think I don't know if it was Daniel or Kenny who said it. When you're in the upside down, is it possible to make a portal from where you are currently to like literally a few feet in front of you, but actually emerge like in Russia? Like you guys
I don't
understand what I'm
think
saying?
that
I don't think so. We
I
think
don't-
it's a
from
1-to-1. We're not
from what
entirely
we've
sure.
from what we've seen before in the seasons, I don't think that's possible yet. Maybe
Okay.
there is a way,
Okay.
but we haven't seen it yet.
Actually wanted to ask you guys, they at that machine in season 3, they were trying to reopen the portal, right? Like that
Yeah.
okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah, but they had to do it in Hawkins because the 11 had already opened the portal there before, so it was like a weak spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right,
they had
okay.
enough power to reopen. They don't have enough power to open them a new one themselves.
I
Yeah.
swear they tried doing it in Russia.
Yeah, and
They
they didn't have enough power.
they failed, and
Yeah.
somebody got the big die.
So
Yeah.
somebody took a long nap.
I have a question too. It's concerning the. I assume it's like an adolescent Demogorgon that the Russians have at the end of season 3. I have two theories
Yes.
about it. Firstly, it could be a result of the Demodog that they never dealt with from season 2, the one that they put in Joyce's freezer. I
I
think
don't think so. That one is dead, no?
it's
Wasn't it
dead.
dead?
It's dead. But I think the
Mm.
Russians somehow like it got shipped out, obviously, at some point because it's not there in season 3.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do we
I-
see
I-
do we
I
see
think they
Joyce
made-
open the fridge in season 3? I don't
What?
think we do. I said I don't think we see Joyce open the fridge in season 3. It could still be in there.
Well, it could be in there, but I think that the Russians make their own Demogorgon, like genetically somehow. Like they get
Oh.
tissue samples. That's what I think. That's where that came from. I'd love to hear you guys' opinion.
That'd be pretty advanced for the 1980s. It's supposed to be 19.
Bro, they made
Yeah.
a portal, like a machine that opens a portal in the universe.
Yeah, I think all bets are off. I mean, I feel like if they wanted to, they probably could. Like
Yeah, it could
I
be
don't
either
know.
I don't know, because the show hasn't shown any light on yet for the situation.
Daniel, I was gonna ask you, are you saying clone or just out of like an egg they just create one?
I'm saying clone. I'm saying that the Demodogs from season 2, one of them from that, died, they got some kind of tissue sample from, and they made their own.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, let's be honest. In real life, the first clone was a sheep named Dolly in 1996. It's not that far off for advanced Russian technology. Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah. That's it
Russian
could be true.
Demogorgons.
I mean,
I
honestly,
mean, it would explain how it's alive and with the door being closed. Like how in season 2, when 11 closed the door, all the Demodogs just stopped moving.
But that was because they're connected to the Mind Flayer, though. If this one's separate from it.
Yeah, because it's a clone.
From it.
Yeah.
Then again, here's what I'm thinking too. It could be genetically made, right? But I'm thinking, okay, so that Demogorgon or adolescent Demogorgon was in Russia. Now all the Demogorgons we've seen have been in America in Hawkins. So it begs the question: the portal was in America, but do you think that there could be a portal in Russia? Because how else would a Demogorgon be there? I mean, did you guys say it was? You think it was shipped?
Could ship. They could
Yeah.
ship it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, there
I
could be
think they shipped the
several.
dead body over
There,
to Russia.
there could be several
Huh.
valid theories where, let's see, they could get shipped. Another one of the participants in the experiment could have maybe opened it for them.
I don't know. I feel like they made a big point to say that they had to go to Hawkins to open it.
Maybe it's easy to open one from the other side. So maybe they went into the portal and then opened it from that side.
But they
Open it
never
instead
I
of
can
opened the
believe that.
portal.
I can believe
Yeah,
that.
and
Did they?
so instead of going from our world to the upside down, they went from the upside down to our world.
Although the Russians never ended up opening the portal.
Yeah.
I thought they did. I thought that's what
Oh.
made the mind flare activate and stuff.
They
Oh,
were
guys.
opening. They were opening it.
It never fully got opened.
Yeah.
I just thought the mind flayer was in Billy, right? That means it's still out there, right? It never actually went back into the portal, did it?
The Mind Flayer?
Yeah, the thing that was inside Bill that was controlling him, right? The same thing that was inside Will.
They closed the portal. Or
Yeah.
But remember
they destroyed the machine and it lost the connection back to the upside down.
No. He talked about the thing that. Oh yeah. Dano's right.
so
Yeah.
so that thing, you know how like they were saying that like a part of him is still in the real world, so that's gone now, right?
Yeah. It should be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking maybe. I mean, okay, then that kind of blows my theory. Then I was gonna say like, if that part of him was still out there, maybe somehow it's making its own Demogorgons with whatever it can get its hands on organically.
Isn't that kind of the plot of season 3?
I mean, it didn't make a Demogorgon. It's trying to make
I mean, those could be
its own body again.
It could be
Yeah.
young Demogorgons. We don't know.
I think it's like it's a younger, the one from at the end of season 3. Because look, if you look at the way it came out, whole, it was walking on all fours and then it stood up.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a demodog, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for listening to our 4th episode of the Boys Lunch Table, and feel free to leave your feedback below in the comment section if you're watching on YouTube. And take care and have a good day.